The leader takes the white flag under green. The next flag will end the race. Oh, around goes Newman. Newman up into Logano. 5 cars into the wall. 7. Caution.
Caution is out. The race is not complete. Not complete.
Had to get to the white flag to be complete.
What did we say 30 laps ago? You said, Darrell, not sure if you want to be around Ryan Newman. His luck here is not very good.
And no disrespect to him as a driver.
Not at all.
He is just snake bit on these restrictor plate tracks. That's his 2nd car of the weekend.
Keselowski, last year's winner in the 12. Elliott Sadler in the 19, who's come across on his roof here a few times. Joey Logano, last year's Rookie of the Year. And here is Marcus Ambrose climbing out.
And look at Bobby Labonte's car.
That's a shame.
It's slayed.
See if we can figure out what started this. Labonte up high, 4 wide.
4 wide is usually not a very good thing.
The 20 car of Logano gets into the back of Ryan Newman, and the 39 started this whole mess.
I almost wonder if the 39 of Newman didn't say, oh, we're 4 wide, and maybe even eased out the throttle a little bit.
Maybe this aerial view will show it, Darrell.
Let's see what we got here. We got a wad of cars going off in the corner. They're going to get 4 wide. You're going to see this, and here's the 39 right out here.
4 wide.
Oh,
you see there's plenty of room right there.
Plenty of room. I think that Logano just got in. I think Logano thought he could give him a push, clear that pack of cars, and go to the front. And he got him in the wrong place. We saw Carl Edwards do this to Greg Biffle here a couple of years ago.
See Vickers in the 83 involved, a car that led a bunch of laps, and Casey Kane in the 9 just had recovered from the repairs from the last wreck. Tell you what, that's a hard lick on some of those cars.
So many times, you know, we kind of slow things down so we can see what the fans at home and everybody can see what's going on. When it's real time, it's real violent.
Riding with Jimmy Johnson.
Front of you, spin in 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 front of you. Stay to the bottom, stay to the bottom.
That man was lucky.
Clear. All right, it's reported that all drivers are out of their cars and are okay. Let's get down to Greg Biffle's pit. Krista.
Little bit of panic down here in the 16. You see Greg Irwin up on the pit box shaking his head. That's because they are very close on fuel. If NASCAR chooses, while they clean up the debris, to run these laps under caution, Biffle could run out. They actually have the fuel cans ready in the 16 just in case they have to come in, which would be detrimental and devastating if they have to come in for fuel.
Okay, you know, I always say I can't live in the what if. I gotta deal with what I know, and the what if here would be, what if we have more than one green white checkered? That's what's happened to the 16 team.
So the 2nd place car is low on fuel. What about the leader, Matt?
And catching up with Kevin Bonomania. Now the computer says you should be good, but going back over your numbers, are you still good?
Well, Gary Putnam does a great job with the pencil and paper, and Randall does a good job with the computer. So. We're going to be close, that's for sure. You know, it just depends on how long this caution lasts. Hopefully they red flag it. Jamie said there's several cars back there and a lot of debris. So, you know, this reminds me a lot like the fall Talladega race, and we had enough gas to make it there. And, you know, we got in a wreck on the last lap. So it's been a fairly eventful Talladega race. So, you know, we'll just wait and see what happens here. I'm just proud of the whole team. We've run up front and got our sponsor Johnny Morris here, and just hopefully it'll finish out the correct way.
Trying to make it back-to-back Talladega wins for Jamie McMurray and get this one car a Talladega win as well.
Thanks, Matt. Let's have another look, Darrell, and take a look at Ryan Newman and Joey Logano as we work through this here, the 39 and the 20.
Yeah, they come here. They come into the corner. You can see them up here high, and I guess that Logano in the 20, this orange car right here, I'm guessing he got into the back of the 39. But daggone if it didn't look like the 39 was kicking up a lot of dust and getting mighty loose before they made contact.
The back of his car definitely looked yawed out before they even turned into that corner.
So I'm not so sure. I wouldn't want to place any blame on Joey Logano in the 20 car right there until I saw that more and hear from the drivers.
But you know, Mike, just to follow up on talking to Kevin Mannion, right now, as we are still under caution, it doesn't look like we're going to get the one to go. We've actually got 4 cars that fuel, 4 of our top 5, which would include McMurray in the 1, Biffle in the 16, Montoya in the 42, and Kevin Harvick in the 29. But Krista, what is Brian Patty saying about that 42 car?
Yeah, we're in the 42 pit with crew chief Brian Patty. Okay, we know that Biffle is close. Your teammate McMurray, they think they're okay, but the question is, what about you?
I would say if our teammates said they think they're okay, then I'll say I'll think we're okay. Same motors, same cars, same setups. It's going to be interesting. It's crazy that it's come down to this, but you know, that's what the fans wanted.
How close are you on fuel?
I'm not going to disclose that information.
That's what I thought. Thanks, Brian.
You know why? He has no idea.
That's right. I would like to tell you, but I don't know.
You know, when you get stopped for speeding and the cop says, how fast were you going? Gosh, I'm just not sure.
Well, here's one reason it's so hard to figure fuel mileage, Mike. You have all these programs to figure it. All these guys were on pit road about 146 to lap 147. When you're in the draft, you're getting better fuel mileage. These cautions, it's kind of a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 caution laps to 1 green flag ratio. You don't know how much fuel you were using when your car was in the draft.
Probably the biggest problem, O'Leary, is the element of surprise here. I don't think anybody expected to go 2 green-white checkers, so you didn't tell your driver to save fuel. You probably told him, get on up there and get the job done.
They didn't watch my opening earlier in the day when I said I thought we had a chance of going 3 green-white checkers.